Welcome to Linkronicity, where your journey and destiny link. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, your linkologist, and I'm here to help you link your life. Today, we're going to be talking about the link of assumption. Yeah, I know. You're assuming. See what I did there? You're assuming that this video is going to be talking about to just not assume. Wrong! I'm going to be talking about the link of assumption as it relates to being an obstacle and a roadblock in your life for living your best life. How's that? It's true. It's actually true. Now, the link of assumption is a roadblock in your pathway when you assume that you can't conquer it. Yeah. And I'm here to tell you that you can. Because when you have the link of assumption, especially particularly in your line of communication where you're talking with other people, and you assume something, you're automatically putting a condition on your conversation. Did you realize that? You're putting a condition on your conversation because you're already assuming something before the conversation has even taken place. And let me tell you, that's not a healthy way to communicate with anybody. You can't assume what you think they're going to say, or how they're going to react, or how they're going to receive the information that you're giving. It's just a really bad setup. And you don't need to be doing that. And you don't need to be overanalyzing having that before the conversation actually takes place. Now, I know a lot of you, if you have difficult conversations or difficult confrontation, maybe it's at work where you have to fire somebody, or maybe it's you have to have a talk with somebody because there's been a miscommunication and you need clarity on how to actually improve a situation. And you're assuming that they're going to react or respond a certain way. You're talking to your family and you have some news to break to them and you don't know how they're going to react, and you're assuming the worst. It's not a good place to be in, because what you're doing is you're not allowing any freedom or room to groove, as I like to call it. You're not allowing any room to groove for real conversation to actually transpire. So our link of assumption needs to be kicked out of the way. We don't need this link anymore. This is one of these links that we're going to toss today. You ready to toss it with me? Are you ready to toss it? Let's get this link. Let's take it out of the chain of our existence, of our life, and let's throw it away, because we don't need it. We don't need it. And you don't need to be causing stress, anxiety, self-torture, destructive stuff in your life by having it there. So we're going to get rid of it today, and hey, it's gone and it no longer exists. But let's understand it so we can make peace with where everything's at, right? Okay, this link of assumption is a roadblock in your life because it also prevents you from living in a positive light if you have always assumed the worst of everything. It's part of your negativity chain, and it's part of the chain that you assume that you can't do something won't go right, something will go wrong, something whatever. You're already assuming all of these things. And when you assume all of these things, you know the saying, I don't need to repeat it here, go Google it, because there's no profanity in my videos, right? So it's not good, it's not healthy. And actually, when it was in your roadblock and part of your chain, what was happening was you were denying yourself the opportunity to have effective communication. You were denying yourself the opportunity to have success. You were denying yourself the opportunity to have love. You were denying yourself the opportunity to have a lot of good, wonderful things fill your journey because you were assuming things. You were assuming rejection, you were assuming gloom and doom, you were assuming all of these things as a way to not take action. And instead you're responding to the idea of reaction. When we operate from a place of thinking about reaction rather than proactive action and putting it out there and taking the bravery and the courage to do that, we're actually derailing ourselves from our journey and our pathway. It's not a good thing. So now that we've gotten rid of it, you can knock it off, right? It doesn't have to exist in your life anymore. And when we throw out the assumption link, we're actually creating a healthier pathway to live our best life where everything is possible and we don't assume anything that's negative until we actually walk the pathway ourselves, one foot in front of the other, to experience life as it unfolds naturally as it happens in real time. I'm Stacey Kumagai, your Linkologist, here to help you link your life. Please be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Linkronicity, blogspot.com, and go to linkronicity.com for private coaching sessions. I hope you have a wonderful, healthy, happy day.